Kara Carpenter, and I am a co-founder of Teachley. There are over 13 million iPads being used in schools, and this number is growing by nearly 10% a year. Why? Apps are engaging, kids love them, and we all know that motivation is a real key to learning. There are hundreds of thousands of educational apps being used by kids every single day. These apps, they work great for car rides and with parents, but they don't work for schools yet. The power of technology is that it can adapt to meet each kid's needs, but when 75% of classrooms are sharing devices, there's no adapting. Let me show you what this looks like. Okay, it's math time, the iPads are out. Okay, it's David's turn, so he starts playing and he makes it up to level 2. Okay, but time's up. So he passes that iPad to Jasmine. Now, yesterday, she was on level 4. So now she's really frustrated because all of a sudden she's back at these easy problems again. Okay, but she keeps going, and this time she makes it all the way up to level 6. Okay, time's up, Maria's turn. Maria is completely lost at level 6, so she just gives up. The second part of this problem. Okay, all of these kids are off playing these fun apps, right? But their teachers are getting no data. They have no idea how their students are doing. Teachley Analytics solves both of these problems. We make apps work for schools. We personalize learning for any app. Our platform syncs with class lists so that all of these apps can adapt to meet each kid's needs. Maria, she can pick up any iPad in that classroom, and she can continue exactly where she left off. Okay? And Teachley Analytics captures and analyzes that app data to help teachers understand what their students know and where they need help. So while kids are off playing these fun games, teachers are actually getting insight and reporting about how their students are doing in real time. And we also know teachers don't really have time to interpret all of this data. So we do it for them. Okay? This teacher, when she logs in, she can see, oh, this is the lesson I need to teach today with these kids. Okay, here's Kathy. Now, before she started using Teachley, she used to go around and have to find the time to pull each of her kids to test them. Right? One by one, she'd go around, she had the set of flashcards, she had a clipboard, she'd have to spend all of her time interpreting all of this data and figuring out what it all meant and what it was going to mean for her teaching. Okay? Now, with Teachley Analytics, her kids are playing games, not doing flashcards. She has more time to teach, and in order to figure out what her kids know and how she can help them, all she has to do is log in. Okay? The secret to analyzing data for teachers is knowing, number 1, how classrooms work, and number 2, how kids learn. Okay? We're expert teachers with PhDs in cognition and learning. So we're the perfect team to help teachers really use app data to improve their instruction. We have over $1 million in funding from the US Department of Education, and we launched Teachley Analytics in September with our suite of award-winning K-5 math apps, including Animal Adventure, one of only 12 apps on the entire App Store last year to win an Apple Design Award for outstanding innovation. Our classroom accounts and our apps are free for teachers. Schools and districts can subscribe to premium level reporting, including intervention support and the ability to track proficiency on Common Core standards. Okay, we launched 12 weeks ago. We already have over 400 schools on the platform, and we're working with hundreds of thousands of students using our apps. We have a 30% conversion rate from free pilot to paid subscription. So we've got a lot of really exciting partnerships in the works. If you want to if you're interested in what we're doing, please come find us. We have a table right outside. Thank you very much.
You said you can work with any app.
Yes.
how long does it take you to integrate or instrument or whatever you need to do to weave it into your system?
Yeah, so right now we've launched with our apps, and basically we've got 2 development partnerships in the works, and their apps represent about 2 million downloads. We're working to sort of winnow it down to a 1 to 2 day integration. So unlike some sort of really deep level integration, we're really trying to go for the out of the box sort of connection. And part of the way that we're doing that is there's one piece that's like the game state save. Basically, you need to be able to keep track of all of those kids' game states. And then there's the other piece of, okay, within that game, I actually don't care about the levels. I don't care about the color of your avatar's hair, but I do care about this particular moment and really trying to identify those particular moments with individual API calls. Is that great?
Okay, similar to one of the previous presenters who had a 90% conversion rate, you've got a 30% conversion rate. From my knowledge of stats of conversion rates, that's still a very high conversion rate. What way do you expect that to continue?
Well, basically, we opened up the platform to any of our app users, and so we didn't expect, it wasn't like we had already existing relationships with these schools. And so they were just schools that were using our apps, loved our apps, wanted to try out the reporting, and then we sort of targeted our efforts at them. So we think a 30% conversion rate is pretty strong for not having an existing relationship.
30% is surprisingly high.
With any of those schools. Oh, I thought you were saying, why aren't we up at 90? And I was like,
no,
whoa.
it's the other way around.
We didn't know any of them when they started.
30's good. Stick with 30.
Okay, good.
So I really like the story you told at the beginning about how technology is actually used in a classroom. That was very elegant. You might have had it on your freemium to premium slide there, but you're creating apps as well as the platform?
So
is that right?
Yeah, basically the way product launches will work is we'll have a couple keystone apps that we'll either create ourselves or license, and those will be free apps to really try and expand so that schools have a basis on which to have the reporting for a particular product line.
So it's pretty, sorry, go ahead.
But basically these development partners, they'll have other paid apps that schools can choose to purchase to be able to supplement their basically supplement their content and be able to offer their students more choices.
So do you have a clear idea at this point on how much you need to charge for that premium service to pay for both the development of the apps and the development and the servicing of the platform?
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's going to be pretty expensive on your
Yeah, so basically the apps that we've currently developed were all developed under grant funding, and we plan to continue that kind of route. If we're going to develop a new product line with our own apps, then we would be doing so with a grant funding. And if we don't have a grant funding for a particular product line, then we'd be working to develop or to look for existing apps that we can license the content for.